7 Symptoms of Bad Mass Airflow Sensor, Fix and Bypass. Modern electronic engine vehicle controls can calculate the right amount of fuel to be used in a given situation. Many sensors and actuators come into play. These sensors and actuators include mass air fuel, MAF, fuel injectors, and fuel injectors. As with all car parts, they can wear down over time. You may have performance problems with your vehicle due to a bad mass flow sensor. What is mass and airflow sensor? A car mass airflow sensor is a device that measures how much air is entering the engine intake. It is crucial to measure the air mass to calculate how much fuel you should add to reach the desired air-fuel ratio, AFR. What is a normal mass airflow sensor reading? Based on your car engine, the mass airflow sensor reading should have a PID value of around 2 to 7 grams per second or 15 to 25 grams per second at 2,500 revolutions per minute. Are all mass airflow sensors alike? Two types of mass airflow sensors are commonly used on automobile engines. The hot wire and the vane meter are both common types of mass airflow sensors used on automotive engines. Both designs do not use technology to directly measure air mass. An engine's ECU can calculate the intake air mass flow rate by adding sensors and inputs. 7 Symptoms of a Bad Mass Airflow Sensor. A bad MAF sensor can present in many ways, not all of which are immediately obvious. Illuminated check engine light. The MAF sensor may be responsible for the performance and circuit trouble codes. However, fuel trim and misfire codes can also be connected to them. Problem accelerating. If you have difficulty accelerating in highway traffic or while racing, your ECM could be limiting injection because of MAF sensor issues. Rough idle. Without the right amount of fuel, it is hard to get a smooth idle. The engine might not start smoothly if the MAF sensor is damaged, especially when idling. Poor fuel economy. The MAF sensor doesn't have to go out completely to impact fuel economy. Poor fuel economy can be caused by an ECM error that adds more fuel than it should. Black exhaust smoke. Sometimes, the ECM can make the exhaust black. This can cause catalytic converter overload. Surging or hesitation. You might feel a sudden increase in power or hesitation during acceleration. This can be alarming. Hard starting. If the MAF sensor signal has been distorted, engine starting may require more fuel than idling. However, the ECM may not be able to command enough fuel injection to get the engine started immediately. These problems don't necessarily mean your MAF sensor has gone bad. You can see bad MAF sensor signs in a vacuum leak, clogged exhaust, restricted exhaust, or a clogged catalytic converter. Make sure to check your intake system first. How to fix a bad mass airflow sensor. Remove any dust. Install an air filter to prevent further dust intrusion. Clean your area with a cleaner. A cleaner that is MAF sensor specific may be able to clean up any contamination. Replace it. Usually, replacing a mass airflow sensor takes only a few minutes. Is it possible to bypass the MAF sensor? The mass airflow sensor is located on the air intake. This sensor calculates the amount of air that should be mixed with the fuel. The MAF sensor can be bypassed and the O2 sensor can calculate the amount of air required. How to bypass the cold air intake sensor. An air intake is used by a car's engine to extract air from the outside. The fuel is then mixed with the air, and combustion occurs. This is how the car propels itself. The mass airflow sensor is located on the air intake. This sensor calculates the amount of fuel and air that should be mixed. The MAF sensor may not work properly if you have a cold intake. How to bypass the cold air intake sensor. Step 1. Open the hood and turn off your car's ignition. Step 2. The negative cable, red, should be disconnected. Locate the MAF sensor, mass airflow, on the intake. Step 3. Grab the wire harness connecting the MAF sensor and the engine compartment power unit, and pull it out from the sensor. It will be disconnected. Connect the negative battery cable back to the battery, and then close the vehicle's lid. The vehicle's computer won't check the MAF sensor for air-to-fuel ratio. Yes, it is possible to drive while the MAF sensor is bad for a certain time. It is recommended that you do not drive with a bad sensor as it can lead to engine problems. People often ignore what the MAF sensor is telling them, which can lead to the worst engine conditions. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more videos. Bye.